Now, there was a story that was told about the twins brother who their father was an alcoholic. The other one grew up to become an alcoholic. The other one grew up not touching alcohol. And they asked two of them, he said, did you see what alcohol did to my father?
I didn't want to be
I
like
don't want to be
him.
like him.
Everywhere you go, this woman has splitted from her husband, this man has left his family. We don't think he's going to help us as a people, as a nation.
Sense to listen to you because
You.
I know that I'm an. Hello, welcome to Let's Talk today. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at creating a healthy lifestyle. On the show today, I always call her the head, is it? The head gospel evangelist or the head evangelist, however you want to describe her, because actually she have been on the forefront in making people to have creating a healthy lifestyle. Now, they say health is wealth. How do you cue into that? Is it accidental or intentional? Because if you're talking about health is wealth, you have to first of all ask yourself, is it intentional or is it accidental? So when you put these two together, so we'll be having that conversation on that note, living your life accidentally or living your health life intentionally. So I'll be introducing her. Her name is Shelly Ann Chinoye. Okay, Shelly Ann Chinoye. She's a health coach, wellness entrepreneur, and a telehealth project manager. She's a friend to the program. I've had her several times on the program today, but we're going to be looking at creating a healthy lifestyle. So it's good having you again today.
Thank you so
Honestly,
much.
it's good having you again.
Thank you.
I have actually, we have been having this arrangement for you to come on the program because health has become an issue with people. People believe that, oh, health is not something I should be conscious of. It just happens. People believe it's something you should be conscious of. When you wake up, when you sleep, determines how healthy you're going to be. Let's look at it from the beginning. Is it health? Is it a conscious thing? Or is it is it an intentional thing?
Yes,
or is just
it is.
accidental thing
No.
that just happened?
No, having a healthy lifestyle is an intentional decision
Okay.
that we need to make. Nothing ever falls on us. We make out of life what we give, okay? So if you want to live healthy, you have to make the right decisions. You have to make the right choices. You need to form the right habits. So
Okay, form the right habits.
Habits,
That's interesting.
of course, you need to form the right habits for you
Wow.
to have a healthy life. You get what I'm saying? And you know, people's lifestyle is about their behavior. Okay, it talks about their behavior. It talks about their decisions. It talks about their culture. And our culture is our way of life, how we do things. You get what I'm saying? Huh? So when it comes to our health, so why should we leave it to chance? I mean, why should we leave it to chance? Of course, it's definitely an intentional decision to make if you want to live a healthy lifestyle.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So that means I shouldn't live my life to
No,
chances.
you shouldn't.
If
You
I
should-
want to live a healthy
No,
lifestyle.
you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Okay, now you have been a health coach. Let me get deeply on your personal issue. You have been a health coach. You have coached a lot of people. How did we get here?
Oh, okay. I never had a good health before now, okay? So naturally from my background, I lost my mom to lupus. It's an autoimmune disease that affects the skin, okay, and other vital organs. So we never knew she had this issue, and we kept going from one prayer house to the other because we believed she was poisoned and stuff. You get what I mean? So finally, she even went to India. They said she had something else. Okay. So it was finally when she was.
So that means even going to India is not a guarantee.
No, it's not a
then.
guarantee.
Okay.
She went to India. She was told she had leprosy because the thing was beginning to bite into her fingers. Some diagnosis said she had cancer. So they couldn't pinpoint what exactly was going on. Based on the care from my mother's family, even from my dad and all that. So finally we took her to the village my hometown in Anambra State. It was the doctor in our village who told her, madam, you have lupus. But unfortunately, it was already deteriorated. You understand? It was already too late. So the steroids couldn't even do more. Although the doctor said it was a 50-50 chance of this steroid collapsing your system or it actually even working as it were. So I started noticing even on my own that I had pains. So eventually we lost my mom, unfortunately. But then I started noticing that I had knee pain, I had skin rashes all over. So I was now wondering what's really going on. And then lupus, that was in 2013. What's lupus? We still didn't even know what lupus is all about.
Informations weren't there.
No, it might be there, or it might have been there, but it's not as popular as it is. This is 2022. You get what I'm saying? So when eventually well, we got to know it was lupus, okay, lupus. I left the East, I came to Abuja. As God may have it, I got a job at a private wellness firm where the boss told me about this health coaching program that I did in New York. So that was when I read more about lupus and other diseases. That was why I understood, oh, okay, living a disease-free is actually possible. Because what I do is I help busy professionals and executives live 100% disease-free by eliminating diseases. It's possible to actually live disease-free. You get what I'm saying? So that was where the whole wellness journey started for me. Because unfortunately at that moment, I was also experiencing some of the symptoms my mom was experiencing, but I couldn't pinpoint it. But when I got into the training, it was a one-year training. When I got into the training, my eyes were opened. So I took my
knowledge now.
Yes, and I took my life back. I took my health back because I was living in pains. I understood pain. I saw pains firsthand with my mom. Then I was also experiencing pains firsthand. So when you ask if healthy living is an intentional decision or something will lead to chance, I laugh. Of course, it's definitely an intentional decision. So what would have happened if I didn't get the information? What would have happened if I didn't go about transforming my own health? Today, I'm 100% disease-free.
I'm pain-free.
I'm pain-free, which is the most important thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's not something we leave to chance. It's something that we're intentional about. If someone is sick today, do you just sit in your home? No, you go to the hospital. Of course, they use the conventional method, which is treating the symptoms rather than looking at the root cause. That is where I am different. As a health coach, I look at the foundation. What is the root cause or root causes of this?
Not just talking about the symptom or prescribing drugs.
No, we don't do that.
To kill the pains.
Then afterwards, the pain resurfaces. But when you dig deep and get to the root cause of a disease, then you are able to eradicate that disease completely.
Okay, now let's look at when you have this knowledge, you took a steps. You took a step. Let me use the word. You took a step. What were the first thing you make a decision to do?
Okay. Of course, it deals with it. I first became intentional.
Because we're talking about it being intentional.
Yeah.
We're talking about being intentional. What was the first step you took?
I took. Okay, so what I did was this. I changed my habits.
Okay.
I changed my diet. Okay. So when we say live a healthy lifestyle, this is what we're talking about. Incorporate more sleep. Move your body. Eat a nutrient-dense food. And this nutrient-dense food deals with whole foods, not food-like substances, like what we call junk foods. There is nothing like junk foods. It's either it's junk or it's food. So when we say eat healthy meals, what we're saying is eat whole nutritious foods, incorporate vegetables, incorporate legumes, incorporate healthy fats, spices, and herbs. And then you drink more water. These are tiny things people don't even know that they can actually do. You know, we think it's something that is far-fetched, but it's not. So what I started doing was I started working on my diet. I started cooking better. I started eating better because now I have the right information to fuel my body. And that's the food majorly that I ate has sustained me and is still sustaining me. You know, it will surprise you to know that it was actually food that helped cure my issue.
Just food? No medication?
No medication. I'm not saying medication is bad.
Yeah,
but I'm just telling you that it is food. When they say food is medicine, I tell you without any doubt that food is indeed medicine. He's so powerful. God is so smart. He's super intelligent that he placed everything that we need as human beings to survive on the planet Earth. But the problem is this: we pick what God gave us and we try to modify it. Okay? Because maybe we don't want to go through the process of cooking. For people who indulge in all these junks, maybe they don't want to go through the process of cooking. They want the quick fixes. But the quick fixes don't work. They don't last. It might give you a temporary satisfaction, but what about the long run? You get what I'm saying?
Because after eating, you're okay. You're no longer hungry. But what are the impacts of what you just ate?
Beautiful. What are the impacts on your general well-being? Because the food we eat impacts on our mood, our energy level, on everything, on our general well-being. So when you fuel your body with the right information, which is food, because food is function, food is information. So when you fuel your body with the right information, it gives you a better, it's just like the computer, garbage in, garbage out. When you give the right information, it produces the right information that you desire. So it is what you give that you get in return.
Well, interesting. Okay, now let's look at when should one start becoming conscious of his, like many of us, like I have a lot of friends who take alcohol, and so when should one start becoming conscious of his or her health?
Now is the time.
Okay, as you're speaking now.
Now. Now is the time. We like to give excuses, and whatever your reasons are, they are valid to you. No problem. Okay, but now is the time. Usually they say people between the ages of 18 to 35 are open to make their own decisions, create their own lifestyle. But what if in a situation whereby, of course, you are more than 35? So would you say...
I'm more than 40, 45.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? So would you say, oh, okay, because I'm not within that age bracket, no need. The time is now. And these things are simple. One, you have to be intentional. Then two, you need to form the right habits. Okay, then three, it's part of your decisions. I always ask people, what is the future that you envisaged for yourself? What is the future that you want as it relates to your health? Now, when you have this clear picture in front of you, you'll be able to form your habits around this clear pictures. Then you ask yourself, if I want to have a healthy lifestyle, my current attitudes, my current behaviors, my current habits, do they fit? Will they lead me there? If I want to live pain-free, the food that I eat, my daily activities, if I'm not moving, will it lead me there? Of course, if you don't move, your joints and everywhere becomes tight. You know, there is tension everywhere. If you don't eat properly, if you don't fuel your body properly, you have low energy. Your mood is bad. Issues of anxiety come in, depression comes in, because food, all those things, they impact on us. You get what I'm saying? So the time is now. It's not tomorrow. The time is now. You start now to make the decision. First, determine where do I want to go as it relates to my health and wellness and my level of overall productivity. Then you channel your actions. You channel your choices. You make sure that they are pointing towards the direction you want to head.
Oh, interesting. So let's assume that, as I always call you, the health evangelist. You're preaching to me right now. Let me use that word. You're preaching to me right now. And I'm beginning to listen to your gospel. So what are the tips? What are the steps should I begin to take for me to live disease-free and live a healthy lifestyle?
Okay, I always tell people, for me, healthy lifestyle are those decisions, okay, that helps you heal your gut, number one, that extends your life, number two, and then three, that helps you live disease-free. So there are certain lifestyle suggestions that I always give people. Number one is view everything with gratitude. People love to murmur. Forget what is not working. When you view everything with gratitude, the next thing is you look at those things that are good and new.
So what you're saying now is your thoughts actually have impact on your health.
Of course. Even the Bible says a merry heart doeth good like medicine. Yeah. But a poor spirit, a broken heart, who can bear? You get what I'm saying? Even see what I do, I got my foundation from the word. I'm I'm just, it's more like I'm replicating what God has actually ordained for us. Because even the Bible, which I believe in, says that God wishes above all things that we be in health and prosper, even as our soul prospering. But people think it's not possible to actually live disease-free. You see what I'm saying? So now, going back to what I was saying, you should view everything with gratitude. Let your heart be merry. If your heart is merry, it impacts on your life. It impacts on your output. It impacts on your mood. It impacts on your energy. That's where you start. Okay, then focus on your attention on what's good and new, what's happening. Instead of those things that are not going well, focus on yourself, your attention on those things that are actually going well. Okay, the next thing I always try to tell people, try as much as possible to improve the foods that you eat. When we say diet is actually a way of eating. Okay, there are...
But on that note, people will think, oh, you know, in this part of the world, in Nigeria particularly, we are used to either you're eating carbohydrates, and the only, what they call the other one, protein we know is beans, and which many people doesn't even... So, either you're eating powdered yam, you're eating rice, you're eating all food of carbohydrates. This is the kind of food we eat. And our excuse could be, I can't afford to acquire those things and every other. Let's look at the people's, let's connect their, what I say, their weight and their health altogether. Because somebody will tell you, if I'm healthy, I will have a consultant, I could live I could eat whatever I want to eat. But funny enough is, we all die the same.
Of course,
now, let's connect people, their earning to their health.
Oh, okay.
Does the earning actually affect what they eat or what they should eat?
Let me shock you. Whether you are healthy or whether you are wealthy, whether you are rich or poor, if you have the right information, you make the right decision.
Okay.
If I'm very rich, if I'm super rich, and I understand the impact of what I eat and how it impact on my well-being, I will make the right choices. Okay. Now, if I'm also poor, and I have the information, the knowledge of what I'm supposed to eat, I'll make the right choices. So this thing actually has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with knowledge. If I know that I eat, let's say, a plate of rice, and it gives me constipation, naturally, me personally, when I eat white rice, I do constipate. So what do? If I see rice and I see beans, I go for beans. Because one, beans will give me the energy that I still need. Beans will impact on my brain function. It will impact on my mood. You get what I'm saying? So it's not really, for me, it's not a question of being rich or being poor. It's a question of making the right decisions. It's a question of knowing what to do. The problem here is not money. The problem is, if you have the money, do you know what works for you? Do you understand your relationship with food? And that is what I help people do.
Wow.
When I take
in relationship with food?
Yes, you need to understand your relationship with food. People don't know their relationship with food, or people do know, but they really have not paid attention. You often hear people say, when I eat this, I don't really feel good when I eat this. So they unconsciously, they try to avoid it. That's your relationship. But you've noticed that's why we say children, you give them sugar, they are hyperactive. But there are some people that will eat certain food that are high in sugar. You get what I'm saying? It will still not impact on them on the same level. So it's just about having the right knowledge. It's not money. Money is not a problem. How these things we're even talking about are as cheap as we can get them.
Let me know.
No, of course. What are we saying? If you go to the market, beans is even more cheaper than rice. What are you saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Potatoes are more cheaper than beans. Ugu is more cheaper than potatoes. I mean, what are we talking about? So it's not money. For me, it's about the knowledge. Do you have the right information? Do you know what you're supposed to eat? Do you know? And for me, I eat according to my health goals. What are my goals at the moment? Okay, coming to the studio, I knew I was going to be talking. I knew I was going to be thinking so much. So what did I do? I fueled myself, my brain, with the food that will help me stay alert. What did I take? I took some cashew nuts. I took some oatmeals this morning, and I added enough cashew nut because we need cashew nut, the fat from it, it helps with the brain function. So it's about being intentional and then having the right information. So afterwards, after our talk, I have something in my bag somewhere that will help fuel me.
I think I will share with you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have something in my bag somewhere that will help fuel me. Because I know, of course, this section, after we are done, we need to refresh, you get what I'm saying? So it's about the right information. It's not about money. But people who are rich become careless. Some people who are rich become careless because they believe I can afford chicken, I can afford this. They now eat without control.
I was going to that because people think, oh, living a good lifestyle is
about enjoyment.
About enjoyment. And can you define that enjoyment? Because
I don't know about them.
So somebody who thinks he's enjoying is, I have to eat a lot of chicken, I have to eat a lot of pepper soup, I have to drink a lot of beer, or drink a lot of wine, and all. That is the definition of enjoyment. Now, does that have a relationship with you living a healthy lifestyle?
Of course, when you overeat, when you overfeed yourself, it has an impact. You won't, instead of getting the right energy, it depletes your energy because you're tired. You get what I'm saying? But this thing, I keep saying it is not even about money. It's about having the right information. You can see someone who is a middle class income earner, and the person goes to the market. He knows that maybe one chicken will serve us for 3 days. And he knows how to apportion that chicken in order to get the best out of that. Because whatever you overdo is equally a sin. And it's wrong. If you drink too much water, you become dehydrated.
Okay, if I drink too much water,
you deplete nutrients. You don't know that?
How? Because I think actually, to me, you are just educating me right now. I think if the only thing you can take excessively
no, you're wrong. You deplete nutrients. And then even the water we're talking about, there are ways to take water. Yes. Are you not aware that even before you get before you sit to eat, you're not supposed to drink water? You drink water 20 minutes before you sit at a meal. That way you don't interfere, because as you're eating and drinking water, you're interfering with digestion. The stomach acids the acids in your stomach will interfere. Water.
What about most of all that drink water within the meal? Because like
it's what I say. You see, I still put it back to information. You don't know this thing. That's why some people after eating, they're so bloated. Their stomach is so big. You see them hitting their stomach, enjoyment, but they are dying inside.
Wow.
Yes. So that's why I talked about information. What are your goals? If you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, what are your goals? I'm not on a weight loss diet. I'm even more of on a weight maintenance diet. I know what I should eat in order to sustain me, even after having children. You get what I'm saying? So what are your goals? I still bring it back to what is the picture that you have as it relates to your health and your wellness. Then you align decisions, you align habits, you make your choices that will help you get to where you need to be. So these things are actually very easy. If you seek the knowledge, you find it, then you will live a healthier life.
Now, let's look at, because actually, if we look at the society as we could look at it, people think, if I have to live healthy, it involves money. And if you are sick, you go to the hospital, and at the end of the day, the bills they are going to give to you involves money. Everything is money. So I have asked you this before, but I just want to rephrase it again. What is the correlation between your earning and you creating a healthy lifestyle? Because if, for instance, Nigeria is a place where a graduate could be receiving minimum, is it minimum, 50,000 naira in a month?
Okay.
Even less, some receive less. So what is the correlation
between your finances
and your health?
It's about your choice. I'm not in your pocket.
Okay, now, what form their choices.
I still bring it back to you. What are your health concerns? What are your health goals? I still bring it back to you. You said you're more than 45.
Yeah.
At this stage of your life, what are your health goals? You know what your health goals are. Then you ask yourself, my current attitude, the way I sleep, the way I'm not moving, let's say for example, the way I'm superly stressed, the things I'm doing now, will they lead me to my health goals? It's as simple as that.
Now, you mentioned something about the way you sleep. I want to be asking you if the way you sleep have an impact on your health, which I know it does. But the question I want to ask you is, people have different sleeping schedule. Some people could tell you, say, I could sleep for 5 hours. Some people could tell you, I could sleep for 8 hours. Some people could tell you, say, I could sleep all days and every other thing. So let's schedule it. Is it applicable to everybody to do, to say, oh, this is mine, or generally, let me use that word, generally, that, oh, this is the time I should sleep. This is the time I should wake up.
Okay, generally it's recommended that we sleep between 7 to 9 hours. Okay, because if personally I've experienced that when I don't sleep well, I wake up in the morning, I have foggy heads. I can't think clearly. Now, lack of sleep has impacted on my energy. It has impacted on my mood. I'm lethargic. I'm angry. Any night I escape sleeping at least 7 hours, I wake up the next morning, I'm so irritated. Because I didn't fuel my body. See, God is not stupid. God is so smart. Even God himself rested on the 7th day. So the night season is the time that we're supposed to rest. So what are you doing awake? You see people say, no, I can't even sleep up to 4 hours. What am I doing? You need your beauty sleep. You need your beauty sleep. You think it doesn't have an impact. It keeps accumulating. And then boom.
But some people will tell you, I couldn't sleep because...
Then ask them, what is their level of productivity the next day?
Yeah, that's true.
What is your level of productivity?
And they could tell you, oh, I have a lot of issues I'm thinking about that kept me awake.
So you're awake. What has being awake done as it relates to solving those issues?
That's true. Because even most of people who think, oh, I have been awake because I have a problem, you will ask them, have you solved the problem?
So being awake doesn't even mean that issues are solved. So the point is this. Okay, I knew I was coming here to record today. I needed to sleep well. I needed to think clearly. And then I tried to sleep as I went to bed last night by 9 and I woke up this morning by past 5. So when you count from 9 to 5, that's over 8 hours sleep.
8 hours, yeah.
And then afterwards, I fueled my body. I took some water, and then I fueled my body, my brain with the right information, because I need my brain to be at alert. You get what I'm saying? So it still boils down to, what are your decisions? What are your goals? I was saying something about eating according to your health goals. Now I eat for disease prevention and health maintenance. Because as a health coach,
be intentional.
You have to be intentional. As a health coach, what I do is I prevent disease, I maintain health, and I reverse diseases. You get what I'm saying? So if I get a busy professional who comes to me today and wants to maintain their health, of course there are processes, there are things to do in order to maintain you when you're already on the right way. You get what I'm saying? So it's about being intentional. So good health doesn't just fall on us. You make the right decisions. You take the right steps. You make the right choices.
Interesting. You be intentional, making the right choices, taking the right steps is what keeps you healthy. It doesn't just fall, I'm quoting her, it doesn't just fall on you.
It doesn't.
Now, let's look at your, as we round out the program, let me use the word, as an ignorant man like me, who is not into your profession, but I just want to live healthy. What are the first advice you're going to give to this person?
Drink up.
Drink up what?
Drink up water.
Okay.
most people do not have the habit of drinking water once they wake
But you
up.
just said,
Once they wake up in the morning.
okay.
I said when you overdrink, too much
Okay.
of everything definitely
It's
is
bad.
bad. Of course, except money. We all like money.
Even too much of money is bad.
Too much of money is
When you
not
don't earn it in the right way, it's bad, because we are looking at people are storing money in their places and right, they can't exchange it. Okay, yeah, too much of money is not
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. You get what I'm saying? So when you
But
wake
too
up,
much of money could make you think, oh, I could eat whatever I want to eat. I can
That is your
afford it.
mindset.
Okay.
that is it's just about your mindset. So bringing it back, drink water. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing to do is go for a glass of warm water. That
Okay.
opens up your system. It sets a signal to your brain that I'm awake. Then the next thing you try to do is incorporate protein. Have a mixture of all the vital nutrients, carbohydrate, protein.
Which one should you take first in the morning?
Protein goes first.
Okay.
Protein could come in form of beans, it could come in form of chicken, beef, salads, protein and a combination of fats and vegetables. Okay? Protein and a combination of fats and vegetables. I was telling you that a healthy diet consists of whole grains, protein, healthy fats, spices and herbs. Okay?
Wow.
So when you have a combination of this, just little portions of this, and then you go about your daily activity. Another thing is try to incorporate more movement. Instead of taking a bike, you can walk, of course, based on the
Wow.
distance. Instead of riding the elevator, you could use the staircase. Instead of driving, you could jump the bus. You could use the bus, then get off the bus stop, then take some
In
walk.
fact, sorry, wait, the conversation is even getting more interesting where we're about to end. Because people believe that you're working, it means that you don't have money. So for me to prove that I have money,
No, that's a poor mindset. Check in developed countries. They dump their cars at home and then they use the metros, they use the train. Some people take the taxis, they get off the streets and they are walking. You need to walk. You need to walk there are so many tensions everywhere. Your life, most people's life, they're already tense. Take off some tension by taking some walk.
certainly I will bring you back to the studio for us to discuss this appropriately, honestly. I'll be having Shirley and she'll be talking about you be intentional about your health and how you can incorporate a whole lot of things to have an intentional healthy lifestyle. And if you have listened to her, what she has said are practical. They are not abstract. They are not things that you have to go to the hospital to get knowledge of. Are things that you can do by yourself. I promise I will bring her back to the studio for her to elaborate more on how you can create more healthy lifestyle for yourself. This is what we can take for today. My name is